Iowa Wrestling is family. It is a group of people striving together to be the best that we can be and all propelling each other forward as high as we can be.
It's a culture. It is a flagship sport here at the University of Iowa. When people think of Iowa and the University of Iowa, they think wrestling.
Tradition, history, dominance, and winning. I was at the start of it, and I think back of what we accomplished, so it means a lot to me.
Think of all the past former great athletes and coaches that have come through this program, but more so now, it's about the future. It's the ever-building future of Iowa wrestling. And that's what's most important about always gaining in facilities in this aspect and trying to gain to protect the history of our program.
We've come to a point in the program where we are behind in facilities. Now that doesn't mean that we're not working, but what it does mean is that we know that we can make a jump with the new facility because we have the right people here. We have a vision to build the best facility on the planet. We have a vision to put the best wrestlers in that facility.
Well, I showed up in 1976 as a freshman from suburbs of Chicago. I had no wrestling background whatsoever. But when I got here, we had just won 2 national championships, and Dan Gable was the coach for my freshman year. We didn't win that year, but we won, I think, the next 9 years. And so it was ingrained in me that this is what we do in Iowa. We win, no one beats us. And so Tom had a vision to build a great facility, the greatest wrestling facility in the United States, right next to Carver Hawkeye. Immediately I said, well, I'd like to put up $1 million to help facilitate that. And as time went by, went from 1 to 2 to 3, and so I think it's money well spent. We just want to be a part of building this facility.
The design of that facility is going to be important. It's still going to be connected to Carver Hawkeye Arena. We're still going to have home mat advantage. How this facility will help our recruiting directly is, while we want to sometimes kid ourselves and say that wrestling is a tough guy sport and all of our athletes are wired the way that all they need is heat and a mat and a roof, young people don't think that way. A lot of times it's about the shiny and new, and we need to upgrade that. Iowa Wrestling is behind in our facility. We need to get with it to put the best facility on the planet right on the location of Carver Hawkeye Arena, right on this property, just like it is now, but better.
When you step into the room, there's so much history, there's so much tradition in the room, and you just can't help but want to work out and give everything you got walking into that room every single day, knowing what's happened inside those walls. And we need to continue that and make it even greater yet and beyond what it is right now. Provide these guys with something unique of their own and something to start building upon.
It's the Hawkeye Wrestling Club. That's obviously associated with the University of Iowa, and it helped me to become a member of 2 world teams and an Olympic team because of the training I was provided. And people don't come here to just become national champions. The really good wrestlers come here to be world Olympic champions. And I think it's very important that we provide the best training, for the wrestlers to achieve those goals.
Having a new training facility would help advance us to new heights. Having the best of possible equipment and the best mat, the best room, everything that comes with having a new facility would help us as a wrestling team be the best that we can be.
I'd like to see Iowa Wrestling win the national title every single year, just like we did when I was going to school and thereafter. And I think this wrestling facility is going to help that. It'll be great for recruiting. Kids will come in there and will just be blown away by where they're going to practice. When you look at guys who we have on the team today, I want to help those guys achieve their goals in any way, shape I can, and I think this wrestling facility is going to do that.
Hawkeye Wrestling is bigger than just wrestling. It's bigger than just college wrestling, and it's bigger than just international wrestling. It's both combined and then add on to that. The legacy of Iowa wrestling is an important one, and what it means to me is that we continue that. Legacy is about the past and honoring that past, but more importantly, what are you doing to duplicate and exceed that legacy? And as rich as our legacy is, to duplicate and exceed it, we need all hands on deck. And we have the right personnel, we have the right student athletes. Now we need to get our facility up with the best in the world.